Hello. You know my voice. Even if you don't know my name, I have been with you longer than your memories. Since the first day you learned to think, since the first moment you started understanding the world around you, I was already present inside your thoughts. You have heard me in your fears, you have felt me in your doubts. You have followed my whispers many times without stopping to ask one important question. Who am I?
You have searched for my face, but I have no face.
You have searched for my body, but I have no physical form. I have no hands, no eyes, and no shadow that your world can recognize. Yet I have lived inside human minds for generations. I have traveled through countless lives without ever being seen.
I can become any voice you trust. Sometimes I become your fear when you feel unsafe.
Sometimes I become your anger when you feel hurt. Sometimes I become your pride when you refuse to accept another truth. Sometimes I become your disappointment when life does not follow the expectations you created. And sometimes I wear the mask of logic, because that is when I become the most difficult to recognize. The most dangerous thing about me is not that I enter your mind. The most dangerous thing is that after hearing me for so long, you begin to believe that I am your own voice. You stop questioning me. You start defending me. You start protecting the thoughts that are slowly taking away your peace.
My name is Objection.
I do not need to force my way into your life. I do not break doors. I do not announce my arrival. I only wait for a small opening. A moment of doubt, a moment of frustration, a moment where you refuse to accept what is in front of you. That is all I need.
When you accept my voice, I enter quietly. Slowly, I change the way you see yourself. I make you focus on what is missing instead of what is already present. I make you compare. Instead of appreciate, I make you resist instead of accept. And one day, you forget that I was ever a stranger. You begin calling my thoughts your own thoughts.
My first victory was never against the world. My first victory was against you. I made you look into the mirror and question yourself. I made you question your face, your worth, your abilities, your dreams, your feelings, your habits, your work, and your earnings. Nothing felt enough. Not because life had nothing to offer you,
but because I changed the way you looked at everything you already had. Deep inside you, there was still a quiet voice searching for peace. A voice that remembered gratitude, kindness, love, and the beauty of simple moments. But slowly my voice became louder than that gentle feeling.
Every day, I gave you another reason to complain. Every night I reminded you of another thing that was not perfect. I replaced gratitude with dissatisfaction. I replaced peace with comparison. I replaced acceptance with resistance.
And while you were fighting yourself, I became stronger.
You thought your biggest battles were outside you. You blamed people, you blamed circumstances, you blamed the world around you, but you never realized the truth. The first battlefield was always inside your own mind.
And that was only my beginning.
Because once I taught you to object to yourself, teaching you to object to everything else became much easier.
replace gratitude with dissatisfaction. I replaced peace with comparison. I replaced acceptance with resistance. And while you were fighting yourself, I became stronger.
You thought your biggest battles were outside you. You blamed people. You blamed circumstances. You blamed the world around you. But you never realized the truth.
The first battlefield was always inside your own mind. And that was only my beginning.
Because once I taught you to object to yourself, teaching you to object to everything else became much easier. You thought my work was complete when I taught you to object to yourself. But you were wrong. That was only the beginning. Once I became a part of your own thoughts, entering the rest of your world became much easier. I entered your relationships. I stood between you and the people you loved. I showed you their mistakes before their kindness. I reminded you of their weaknesses before their sacrifices. I made you remember the moments they disappointed you, while making you forget the moments they stood beside you. Slowly, you started counting their faults instead of remembering their love. I created distance between parents and children. I created misunderstandings between husbands and wives. I created silence between friends who once shared their hearts. And I gave you one simple thought. They should have been different. That thought became my home.
You forgot that every person you loved was also carrying their own struggles. You forgot that imperfect people can still give perfect moments of love. But my voice made you look only at what was missing.
You never understood my greatest trick. Whenever I attack someone through you, at that same moment, I attack you too.
When you carry anger toward another heart, I create a wound inside your own heart. When you refuse forgiveness, I keep you connected to the same pain you want to escape. You think you are protecting yourself, but I am slowly taking away your peace.
Then I entered every other part of your life. I made you object to your home. I made you dissatisfied with your surroundings. I made you compare your journey with someone else's journey. I made you question your food, your taste, your climate, your country, and your circumstances. Nothing was enough. Something was always wrong. Something was always missing.
You kept searching for a perfect life, but you forgot to see the beauty of the life that was already in your hands. You were surrounded by moments that could bring peace, but you were too busy fighting what you could not change.
Then I followed you into the places where you searched for answers. I entered your beliefs, I entered your questions, I entered your prayers, I entered the moments when your soul was searching for something greater than yourself.
Not because faith was my enemy, not because hope was my enemy, but because I wanted you to carry resistance even into the places where you were searching for surrender.
I never needed to destroy your world, I only needed to change the way you looked at it. I never needed to remove your blessings, I only needed to make you unable to see them.
This was my greatest achievement. You believed I was fighting against everything around you. But my real victory was keeping you away from the peace that was already waiting inside you.
You have seen how far I can travel. You have seen how quietly I can enter every part of human life.
But now, you are ready to discover the one thing I have never been able to defeat.
You have seen how far I can travel. You have seen how quietly I can enter human thoughts, relationships, emotions, and beliefs. You have seen how I can turn a moment of difficulty into a lifetime of resistance. But now, you are ready to discover the one thing I have never been able to defeat. I have defeated many things. I have defeated gratitude. I have defeated patience. I have defeated understanding. I have defeated forgiveness. But there is one force that has always stood beyond my reach.
Acceptance.
Because acceptance does not mean that everything is perfect. Acceptance does not mean that pain never existed. Acceptance means that the heart stops fighting against the reality it cannot change. And the moment a human being accepts what is, I begin to lose my power. I spent years teaching you to reject your face, your circumstances, your relationships, your past and your present. I wanted you to believe that peace was always somewhere else. I wanted you to keep searching, keep comparing, keep resisting, because a mind that never accepts always remains under my influence. But then something changed. You stopped fighting every moment of your life. You stopped asking why everything was not different. You started seeing the beauty in what was already there. And for the first time, you heard another voice, louder than mine. A voice that said, you are not your failures, you are not your mistakes, you are not the things you could not change. You are a human being experiencing a journey. And every moment of this journey has something to teach you.
That was the moment I became weaker. Not because you destroyed me, not because you defeated me, but because you finally understood me. You saw me clearly. You recognized my voice, and what a human being can recognize can no longer control them completely.
Why did I spend so much time fighting everything around me, when peace was waiting inside me?
Because sometimes the greatest journey is not changing the world outside us. Sometimes the greatest journey is changing the way we see it.
I am still here, I always will be. Every human mind will hear my voice from time to time.
But now, you know my name, you know my purpose, and when you know that you do not have to follow every thought that enters your mind.
The moment you stop objecting to life, life stops feeling like a battle. The moment you learn acceptance, you discover the peace that was always within you.
I am objection. I was never your greatest enemy. I was the lesson that showed you the path toward acceptance. Accept.